Oh, but I didn't roll my food.
We did roll your food. There's 2 weird fruit you have.
Oh, right. It's 2 fruits that are 1d12.
It's 2 fruit that are 1d12.
What did I say?
Fruits?
Stop!
What's wrong with... Is that no...
Tess is not a fan of the word fruits.
It's not a word. Fruit is the plural of fruit.
Tess is a fruits truther.
Stop!
What if isn't there an anime called Fruits Baskets?
No!
It's Fruits Basket.
Who ordered the pizza?
Hello, students. Welcome back to VCCC After Dark. I'm checking in one more time. It is very late at night, almost the early morning. I've been here all night, like I always am, just checking in on all you students. I hope everybody, majority, is in bed, unless, of course, you're one of the agricultural students, then you'll be getting up right about now. Or the students who run the student TV lounge. But otherwise, you should all be in your beds, tucked quietly, and having gotten a full night's sleep, ready for the day of school tomorrow, and not, I don't know, at the bottom of the lake or something. There's no reason you'd be at the bottom of the lake or hearing this if you were at the bottom of the lake, but that's, in my opinion, the last place that you should be right now. Anyway, hope everyone has a great night. Sammy signing off. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to VCCC, Vally City Community College. With me, as always, we have our incredible players, starting with Bert. Who are you playing tonight?
DMJ. Now level 4, gonna break some more doors.
I mean, sure. Dan playing
Garth Grimknuckle, a barbarian monk whose plans have been sunk.
Ooh! He hit us with the rhyme!
But just because I can bust it out doesn't mean I should.
And finally, Jake playing
Andre Jacques Francois Majme III, who reads so many books, some might call him a nerd.
Nice. We did it, everybody.
I got it.
I felt very on the spot.
Now that you've finally gotten us on board for this bit, you got to come up with a bit for next week.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna completely change it. Next week I'm gonna do like a poem that like involves all of our names like through first letter what are those called? Like
An acrostic?
An acrostic. But it's gonna be all of our names. Like it's gonna be like a freaking 40 line poem.
Okay. So last time we were tuned in with these characters, you guys had woke up in the middle of the forest that surrounds your school, the forest that nobody is necessarily supposed to go into. 2 of you woke up being attacked by what you thought was a bear at first. One of you, of course, had been pulled into a pool of blood that was found in the middle of the forest. The pool was a lot deeper than it seemed from the top, and we had Andre that was sucked underneath into this like underwater kind of tunnel almost. That led him out into a cave structure where, of course, he passed out immediately. The other 2 fought and defeated a bear, and in the woods where they are, they found a bear, exactly. In the woods where they are, they found what they thought to be Andre, and Garth, DMJ, and Andre headed off on the path to try to find their way back to the school, as the real Andre was in the underground kind of cave structure that's kind of below the forest and where the lake meet each other. Andre was, of course, led through this like underwater labyrinth by your new friend Mariana, who found him kind of passed out here, revived him. And they swam out on their own. The crew also, on their way over to the school, saw some of the similar creatures out in the water, and they decided to venture out and get some more information from them, possibly about the missing crystal. The team members found very interesting rings that have helped them breathe underwater, but have not helped them breathe on the surface. Everybody ended up going underwater and seeing this underwater coral city that is really very huge. That's in the bottom pit of this lake, which is pretty deep down here. The crew eventually all met back up together in the same space. But as soon as they all met up and saw the real Andre, they realized the fake Andre had gone missing with the shard of the crystal that they had found down here. And that's kind of where we are in in Media Res. These characters are all here in this moment. You're in this grand kind of dome structure building that has all these really cool paintings and tiling around the ceilings of the coral, and there's this giant siren woman down here with you, who has kind of been the person who led DMJ and Garth down here in the first place. You guys all realize the crystal is missing. What do you do?
I'd like to use divine
angrily at
sense.
full speed towards Andre. Rage in his eyes.
Do you rage?
Don't.
No, I don't mechanically rage, but it's not as intimidating, of course, as if he were sprinting at full speed. 'Cause it's like, and then I'm sure we haven't discussed what it sounds like when you're speaking underwater, but I bet he's like, I told you not to blow off. The bubble is just shaking him.
You realize
before too much time passes after we've noticed that the gem is gone, I'd like to take out one of my footballs and use my divine sense, spinning a football, and see if I can get a reading of any type of fey or unholy energy.
You take your football out of the bag underwater.
Yeah, I open it, all the footballs start going. I grab all of them, put it back in, and then grab it. So that, because we're underwater, I'm spinning it like this with my finger pointing down. So I'm balancing it so it doesn't float, but it's still spinning. I'm just looking at it.
Can you roll me a dexterity check? You'll do what you want to do, but just roll me a dexterity check.
You have to understand, I'm really good at football balancing. What a wasted nat 20! She said I was gonna do it regardless, though.
You do it, flawlessly. You are spinning this football, and you take another football out and put that one underneath, and you're doing some cool water tricks around it.
Are you telling me I'm doing the double football with one football spinning on the other football, and then the football's on my finger?
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
water's
dope.
helping, but you're definitely you look really cool right now. And the other two have maybe thought of you as a big idiot, or finally seeing you as someone who has some skill. As you're spinning these footballs, though, you get the sense, and this tells you, what's the language here again? What do you sense here?
Oh, I can sense. Here, I'll double check the exact wording.
Fiend, undead,
Fae,
celestial.
Yeah.
Whether or not an area has been hallowed or desecrated by the hallow spell, among other things. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I'm
basically the presence of
wording.
otherworldly presences.
Yeah.
And does it tell you what kind? Does it tell you yes, there's a presence, or what kind of presence you see? You feel?
I feel like it's a hotly debated thing, and it makes sense to me that it should be you can tell what it is, right?
It tells me that I can know what it is,
Okay.
and then if it's within the range, which is 100-foot radius. No, it's 60-foot radius. I also have the location.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you do sense the presence of a fey creature, kind of out, and it is within the 60 feet, but it feels like it's right at the edge of the 60 feet.
In what direction?
And you can sense out the door, and kind of toward the east.
I just start booking it that direction.
Swimming.
Yeah. Does our speed get halved, or are we, because of the rings, are we good?
No, the rings help you with breathing. Your speed is halved.
Okay, then I'm full.
Unless if you would like to make a strength check to swim wholly, you're welcome to. To swim well, and
I'd love to
get
try.
you full. Okay, cool.
I'm pretty strong.
I guess we might as well.
That is just a flat strength is a 19.
19.
19.
Yeah, you're able to swim and get your full movement.
And then I'm gonna
This one movement though. You'd have to do this every time you swim to like.
Okay, that's fair. I'm gonna start viciously doggy paddling in the right direction, and you hear me yell to the group, "Follow me!" This way!
I didn't ask you to do this. I just wanted to be noted that I didn't ask any of you to do this.
It was established last session that we talk normally. When I was talking to Mariana, it was totally normal.
I just wanted to do it once for that bit.
I like the idea that these two aren't talking normally, but Andre's like, yeah, okay.
We're just like talking like that because we're still worried.
To swim fast.
Sorry, say it again. What did you get, Garth?
21.
21, yep, you're able to swim fast, and I heard you got an 18, you said, Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're all able to, for this moment of moving, able to swim your full speed. So you swim out, and as you swim out, does anybody make any kind of checks or anything as you exit this building?
Can I do a normal perception?
Yeah, perception check would be the check to make here.
Cool.
Sure.
I'm gonna hop on that.
That would be an adjusted 4.
Yeah, I got a 5.
Well, I got a 24, so I think we're okay, hopefully.
The first two, you
really
swim
focused
out
on the
here.
doggy paddle.
Well, yeah. So Derek, you're trying very hard to be swimming good. Andre, when you were brought here, you were brought through like underground channels and like the kind of seedy underbelly area, and you're kind of in what would be like the nice town square area here down under the lake, and it's gorgeous. And you're probably a little too distracted by like the magnitude of what you're seeing around you right now, which is not what any of you probably thought was at the bottom of the lake by your school. Garth, as you are swimming out, you are like, you take a moment and you're looking around and you're like good at this. You are a mercenary. You do this for a living. And you're like, how can I spot this person? Excuse me. You're like, how can I spot this person? You're looking around, you're like, they wouldn't go this way, they'd go this way. And as you're looking up, as you're looking around, you realize this is the ocean and they can swim. And you look up and you see, like, probably because you swam out like 30 feet, so like 30 feet away from you guys is this like creature that's like kind of swimming away.
Garth will point him out to his companions. Especially the one who, likes to hunt things down.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to...
I would like you to roll initiative.
Oh.
No.
Okay, I kind of figured. I was hoping I'd get an attack before you made us.
Oh,
Nat
were
20.
you? That's crazy. No!
That's an 11.
This is gonna be a makeup from last week where I was.
I got a 12.
I mean, at least our ranged spellcaster goes first, right? Hopefully.
So we had 11 and 12 here. Okay, cool.
I mean, yeah, with a nat 20. Plus, I have a +6 to initiative, so I probably beat it even if it rolled a nat 20.
Wow. That's...
Chronomancy.
I get up there, chronomancy.
Is that what you say at the beginning of every battle?
Garth, you got a 12?
Yes.
Yeah, Garth got the 12.
I say, hey guys, I think it's time for a fight. It sounded like Bowser in fucking Mario 64.
I guess that's canon that Derek sounds like Bowser from Nintendo 64 when he's underwater. I'm gonna throw a football.
Okay, so you guys are 30 feet away from this thing that's swimming away from you guys. The beginning of the turn, the round is Andre.
I was gonna do a thing, but I don't know how it works because it said a 5-foot square unoccupied space on the ground, so I guess I can't cast it on this thing because it's swimming, right?
Probably not.
Yeah. Well, what are you trying to cast? And we can see if,
Max's Earthen Grasp.
Yes, he's too far. He swum up. So if he was like closer to the floor of the lake, then I would let you do that. But he is like swimming upwards, like in a diagonal.
Kind of a bummer. You know what I'm gonna do then? I'm going to cast. What's the 30 feet? Oh, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna cast Sapping Sting on this creature. It has to make a con save of 13.
You got this.
It passes.
Oh, okay. Nothing happens. And I don't think I have any bonus actions. Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions. So I'm gonna use the rest of my turn to swim 15 feet. Oh wait, I don't want to get closer to it. It'll probably hurt me really bad. I'm gonna stay where I'm at. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do for my turn, is miss a spell.
Cool. So this thing is going to turn around as you kind of shoot a spell off kind of in the direction of it. And it like looks at you. And as you look at it, it's starting to look a little less and less like you. And it is going to cast a spell. Hang on, DMs have to look at stats too.
What?
DMs don't just know everything?
Some DMs.
Heartbreaking.
Maybe one day. Okay, so this thing is gonna reach out, and I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, damn it.
Is this a charm effect?
No. Well, maybe. Yes, yeah, it is actually. So you have advantage.
Advantage.
I got a 10.
I got an 11.
I got a 21.
Okay, cool. So Andre, you're okay, but Garth and Derek, you are frightened. You look up at this creature, and it is like it's bone chilling. Like even if you weren't under the frightened condition, you would probably be scared of this thing. Like it looks like Andre, but if Andre was like decaying in the ground for a while, as it like kind of like gets hollow and its skin kind of moves around like Rorschach's like mask and Watchmen almost. And so the two of you are under the frightened condition. While frightened by the spell, a creature must make the dash action and move away from the caster by the safest available route on each of its turns, unless there's nowhere to move. If the creature ends its turn in location where it doesn't say any, at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends. Cool. That is, and then it's going to use some 30 more feet to swim up. That is going to be Garth. Your turn.
Garth swims 40 feet away.
20 feet.
Oh, he has to take the dash.
The dash action.
Oh, full dash.
Dash action.
22 wisdom save.
Okay, cool. So you, like, swim away from this thing as fast as you can, like, off in another direction, down a side street. And you can still see all this is going on because it's kind of swimming up and away. And as you get as far as you can away from this thing, you, like, take a breath and you shake it off. And, like, what do you think?
Wait a minute, what the fuck am I doing?
Exactly. And you turn back around, and you can't start running yet, but you will probably in your next turn. That is going to be Derek. That's your turn. You dash away.
30 feet.
Yep, you dash 30 feet away, swim dash, and it's halved because you're swimming.
Doggy paddle dash.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, that's a lot better. That's 21.
Okay, cool. You also pass in this round. What do you think how do you think you realize that this is bullshit?
I realize, wait, I was the one who freaking, like, channeled my football divinity and knew where he was. Why am I going the wrong way now? I knew where he was. He was right there. He's over there.
You forget that you were scared. Cool. At the end of your turn, there are like a lot of creatures like swimming around and milling about in this area, and they seem to kind of be paying you all no mind as this kind of fight starts to break out. But you do see a creature that's kind of large and looming, swimming in from the side. And as it gets closer to you, hang on, it is going to attack out at Mufo.
Well, we're all in different
They're all
spots
different
now,
places. Is it gonna attack?
As it gets closer, it's attacking Andre because he's kind of gets like right here near this thing. So Andre, it's going to attack you. It gets a nat 20.
What is it?
It has to re-roll its nat 20.
Yes!
Time changes around it.
Okay, does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Still better than a crit.
I might still go down.
You
But
take.
what is it?
You don't know yet.
It's like some sea creature from.
Paint a
what we-
word picture.
Hang on. You take 13 points of damage on its first hit.
I go down.
You go down.
Yeah, I had 12 HP.
It's not like we had any time to rest.
It's going to swim out after this thing now, and you guys see it attack this.
Oh.
And it hits, and it's going to do some damage. Not a whole lot of damage on that one, but it does a little bit of damage to the
This
thing.
thing's. Oh, it's fast because it's an actual sea creature. I was like, damn, this thing's moving a lot.
They're both like also kind of in the same area, yeah. Cool. So that's going to be back up to Andre. Andre, make me a death saving throw.
9.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
Cool. That is going to be its turn. It is going to look down at you folks.
Completely unoccupied by the creature that's detected.
No. It sees the creature that's attacking it actually, and it's going to cast out just like a cantrip at it as it's kind of scared, and see a little acid exit from its hand.
I think it just puked.
Creature fails, and this thing takes just a little bit of damage from
Just a splash.
the other thing. I'm just saying things, all things. Cool. That is going to be Garth, your turn.
Vividness. Unreal. I will fucking dash in the other direction. I'm gonna make a strength check to try to swim faster. Is that cool? Or was that just a
yes.
one-time thing?
No. You can do that.
All right, watch me fuck this up.
What happens if you fail?
I don't know. I got a 6.
Does he just move normally?
it's you have to move at half.
That's fine. I will be back right. Well, I'm right up next to Andre to give him the help action next turn, hopefully.
Well, Andre's down.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got you. Okay.
You just did a full dash back over here.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay, cool.
Can
checking
I
in.
also?
Oh, and I grunt angrily.
Cool.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try to do a strength check to move fast.
Okay, cool.
That is a 19.
Yeah, you're able to move fast.
Okay, so I can get
Go
to
fast.
I can get to Garth and Andre
fast.
in my without using the dash, and then I am going to need a wisdom saving throw from fake Andre. I know it's not. I know he doesn't look like Andre anymore, but I don't really know what we're calling him right now.
Else.
He fails.
Yeah.
So I use the command "come back." I use the command
Okay.
spell.
I think return would
return.
would count.
Yeah, return.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So
Pokemon
he's
style.
gonna do that.
Return, Andre.
The one
He's gonna
brand.
do that on its turn. Okay, cool. That's your turn.
Bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay, cool. What
Can't do
are
2
you
spells in one turn.
Oh, 100% right. So yeah, nothing then.
I forgot that you can.
We all forget that you can Hunter's Mark.
Honestly, it's probably smarter. I should save. I only have 2 spell slots left. If I use Hunter's Mark, it'd be 1 spell left.
Oh wait, can you hands this guy next turn? I don't have to stick around, do I?
Oh yeah, I can smack his butt while he's on the ground.
Awesome.
Sorry, I can smack his
cool.
butt.
As you guys are closer to this thing, you see kind of like a horrifying creature that has these giant pincers, but also these long legs that have almost like goat hooves on the end, and this like octopus tentacle, it's like Cthulhu kind of mouth. and it is like, kind of swimming up here, and it spots you all down here near Andre, and it's going to swim back down away, not getting an attack of opportunity from the guy under command. And it's going to swim down. It's going to attack at each of you. So the first one on you, Garth.
I'm going to use my reaction to invoke protection on Garth. So that's disadvantage on Garth.
Okay, cool. That's still going to be a 17. Does that hit?
A 17 will hit.
Damn it.
Okay, cool. You're gonna take 13 points of damage.
Love it.
I tried,
and then
bro.
it's gonna attack DMJ and gets a I wasn't adding enough to interesting. Could have been adding more to hit. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
You're gonna take.
Of course.
You are going to take what's the numbers? 15 points of damage.
Oh my god.
As this thing gets it's like attacking with its pincers, like two big pincer claws into you. Cool. That's going to be back up to Andre. Andre, make me a death saving throw.
A 6.
A 6. That's 2 failures. It's okay. We had Jake bring his backup character. Cool. So that's cool. That is going to be its turn. The fake Andre, we'll call it, kind of starts like blank-eyed, swimming back over toward you, and does its uses its movement to return, and is now up here in the melee with y'all and the big creature. Cool. That is going to be. Oh, it gets to roll to. Does it get to roll to get out of command?
It's a one-turn thing. He just had to use that next turn to do the command.
Okay, cool. That is going to be Garth. That's your turn.
So many choices, all of them shitty.
Yeah. I just didn't want. Okay. I really just didn't want him to get away with the fucking gem.
No, that was an excellent move. I just don't have enough actions to do what I want. I'm going to rage because I have 3 hit points left. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to rage. What's the fucking point? Because I'd go down on 1 hit anyway. So I will use my. You tell me what I can get out of this currently charmed fake Andre. May I use an action or an object interaction to grab the crystal from him?
Turn, so he's no longer in trance. He got here and then he's like, what? So you would have to, if you want to use your turn to make like a strength check, an opposed strength check to get it out of his hands.
My turn or an action?
An action. If you want to use an action to do an opposed strength check.
I will do an opposed strength check with this man's.
You got this, bro!
Maybe that's why I should have raged, but we'll see what happens.
Not worth a rage.
I believe in you.
11.
11. Yeah, it holds on to the crystal.
I was gonna say if it has my stats, it probably won't win, but.
Okay. Yeah, I will rage actually.
Bonus action rage. Do you do anything else?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
I want to keep holding on to the crystal, but that's
That's gonna be Derek's turn.
Okay. Question, because you've homebrewed this thing a little bit, and I want to know what your feelings are about it. Can I, object interaction, just drop a fruit in Andre's mouth?
No.
Okay.
That's too much. He would need to chew and swallow the food.
Gotcha.
You can do anything else.
I should make a separate tally for how many times you try to heal as a non-action in this game.
It just feels like such a waste. You want to do
damage.
damage.
You have 2 fails, dude.
You want to do damage every turn.
I'm not letting you die
as
right
a player, you feel like you want to do damage every turn.
Okay. Can I use my action to give a fruit to both Garth and Andre?
You cannot feed Andre a fruit. You cannot feed Andre.
Oh, because he has. Okay, got you. Okay, then I'm gonna turn him over so that I'm looking at his backside, and I'm gonna wind up as big as I can and slow motion through the water because of resistance, just hit him on the butt and lay on hands. 10 HP.
Ooh.
You wake up face down in the sand at the bottom of the lake.
And then
Yes.
I'm going to channel divinity. And I need a wisdom saving throw from Fake Andre.
Can you do both of these in a turn?
I believe channel divinity is
If
a bonus
one is
action.
if one is a bonus action, it says under that option if it's a bonus action.
This one is a bonus
Okay,
action.
cool.
I'm using the Abjure Enemy, not Vow of Enmity.
What's the DC?
The DC is a 13.
It passes.
Okay, even if it passes, its speed is now halved.
Okay.
If it failed, it would have had a speed of 0 and was frightened. But now
cool.
it's double halved because of water.
I mean, maybe.
Well, it's at least halved.
I have a question.
Cool.
For
yes,
me or
yes,
her?
Dan?
Is the giant siren lady up to anything right now?
I was gonna
She
ask
is
about
gonna-
before we started fighting.
Oh, we forgot to ask her to come.
You don't know. You don't know what she's up to right now. Cool. So that is going to be this big thing's turn. It is going to turn back to the fake Andre, and it is going to attack that twice.
Do we get an attack of opportunity since it's... Oh, it didn't leave. It's... Yeah, never mind.
And also,
No.
that thing is not an ally.
Cool. So it's going to do a big chunk of damage.
Oh, you were asking about AOs. I was asking about Sentinel.
Yeah, no, I was asking more
Um,
about... Yeah. But it didn't move. Like, we're just now in a square of fight.
Cool. It does a chunk of damage to the fake Andre, who's looking kind of like hurt and a little scared right now. That is going to be. That's going to be back up to Andre. You are up. What are you doing?
Since the creature turned around, I'm no longer engaged with it, right?
It's all kind of, you're all around it. Like it's a.
We're in a solid,
yeah.
hexagon right now.
I guess
You're
just-
all around. It's
I'm gonna-
it's pretty big, so you're all within 5 feet.
I'm gonna disengage as my action just to be safe, and then bonus action, expeditious retreat. So I'm gonna
Nice.
dash. I'm gonna dash. Can I make a strength? Do I have to make 2 strength checks to move and expeditious retreat?
Yeah.
Okay. So for my expeditious retreat, it's a 17 on the strength check.
So you did that in full.
So I get 30 feet out of that, and then on my normal movement, it's an 18 on the strength check.
You can do that in
So
full.
I get 60 feet away. And I go, I'm gonna go, and I say, I'm gonna let you guys handle this. I'm gonna go check on the others. I'm sure they're really scared or something.
Who are the others? We could use any help we could get.
Yep, sure. I'll go get help. You guys do your thing.
Thanks, dude. You're the best little... Oh, sorry. You're the best little
Cool. That's going to be this thing's turn. This thing is going to turn around and try to swim away and incur attacks of opportunity from the other two.
Awesome.
And its speed is halved, so it's going to only swim half.
Well, we'll see what its speed is in a moment.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my reaction.
I love it every time Bert rolls his die. Just
So that's a 21 to hit, which means its speed is actually 0 as I hit it
It's okay. Cool.
because
cool,
of
cool.
Sentinel.
Alright.
And I rolled a natural 2 for a 9.
You're having a hard time fighting underwater. This is difficult for you.
Oh, I'm more of a football
Oh,
player,
and I
not a
should roll damage,
swimmer.
too. I think it's fair. I think it's fairer to say that since I had my hands on the crystal, I'd be hitting with an unarmed attack instead of my fists.
Sure. Yeah.
But that is still 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I mean, that's still 6 points of bludgeoning
It
damage.
was a 1 on the D4 though.
It looks hurt. It does. It looks a little. It looks like wounded, but a little bit more by this other thing. Cool. So that doesn't. He doesn't move on its turn at all. It is going to. Can it take? It can still take an action though, right?
I suppose.
Yeah, no, because because of the save, it didn't get frightened, so it still can make an action or attack. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I need everybody except for Andre to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hooray!
Okay. These aren't my specialities. 13.
21.
13 and 21. Okay, cool. So, ooh, it's actually really not that bad at all.
I'm really not rolling well tonight.
Derek, you take 5 points of thunder damage, and Garth, you take 2 as the fake Andre casts a thunder wave out. And Garth, you are pushed 10 feet away.
You mean Derek?
I mean not Garth. Sorry, Derek.
Yeah.
Derek is.
You said 5 feet away or 10?
10.
10. Okay.
Cool.
That's fine.
That is going to be Garth's turn.
This is the thing about this build, is that I was being impatient last turn. What I should have done was raged first, and then had that first strength check with advantage, but I didn't, and that's okay, because it's all a learning experience. But now I'm going to roll this strength check to take his fucking crystal out of his hands with advantage, because I'm raging! Okay, this is awkward, because turns out I had another d20 in the tray, and now I don't know what was what, so can I just do all that over?
Do it again.
Sure.
Thank you. So sorry. Very unprofessional of me.
I don't think it's advantage if you can't remember what the first one was.
There was another one in there, and I was like, oh, there's 3 in there? I don't know. Okay. Honestly, this fucking sucks. I rolled a 6 and a 7, so that's a,
You get +2 because you're raging.
Bummer.
no, I don't. I just have advantage on it, so that's a 10.
You don't
But
get
you
+2
rolled
on
that
strength
way?
checks?
Here's the thing: you were never going to beat a nat 20, as it like holds on to this thing even tighter. Cool. That is.
Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, I will use my.
And with its nat 20, it rips it out of your hand, and you're no longer grabbing onto it.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my bonus action to spend a key point, disengage from everything for free, and I will. Can I do a strength check to try to swim towards Andre as he shouts down to DMJ? We gotta regroup.
Sure.
Cool. Oh, that's also with natural 19. How am I gonna? I
you
roll
roll
on the strength check. Just
No.
You swim real good, real fast behind Andre. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Highs and
Is that
lows.
the end of your turn?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of charting to do now.
This game is not
That's
for the faint of
going-
heart.
That's going to be Derek.
When I did my divine sense earlier, did you let me know what the sense was that I was getting from this thing?
Faye.
Okay, she said.
It was Faye. Oh, damn it. I was thinking of smiting this mofo.
You still can, or you could,
What?
Doesn't feel as good.
live.
I'm really okay right now.
All right.
I'm glad one of us is.
Well, one of us didn't get crit on last time.
Yeah. I'm gonna just swim 10 feet back. 'Cause that's still, that's less than half my speed, so I don't need to do a strength check. And I'm just gonna... I'm just gonna hit him. Just gonna hit him.
What are you hitting? The big creature?
Fake
or the
Andre. Fake Andre.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna swim 10 feet back and then hit him?
Well, I got pushed
You
10
were pushed
feet
10 feet away.
Oh, you're
with the
Oh, you
thunder
meant 10. Oh, you meant. You.
back to him. Yeah, sorry. When you're in the water, it's all just
DMJ
back.
does the backstroke, and then
You learned how to swim.
That is a nat 20, so I'm 100% going to Divine Smite.
Okay, give me that damage.
Oh, baby MacGyver Magoo. I didn't
Still
take
work.
out enough d8s for this. I have to roll twice.
I feel like when Bert gets excited, the like bucket that's holding all the words Bert knows in his brain just spill. It's like anything comes out.
So, I just get a full Divine Smite damage, and then also roll Divine Smite damage, right?
Yeah, so you get full damage of the dice you're rolling, plus the roll of the dice you're rolling. And your modifier, if there's a modifier to be added.
Oh my god. Okay, so minimum here.
No, don't do that math. Just roll your dice and then you'll figure it out. So how was your guys' day?
You know, I almost had to
Great.
reroll a new character. I still could. Then the day's not over. I don't think those death saves go away.
48 damage?
48 damage. Yeah, this thing is down.
I then can use my free object interaction to grab the crystal.
Okay, cool.
And I
you
instantly throw it in my bag with the other crystal.
No,
I don't have the other
you can
crystal
grab
anymore. Okay, I'll grab the crystal. Regardless, I want to grab the
grab the
crystal. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You grab the crystal. That's your turn?
That's everything.
Okay, cool. This thing is going to attack. This thing is, it looks like it lunges out to attack you, and instead of attacking you, it is going to grab the crystal, and you're going to make an opposed strength check against it.
This lobster octopus goat, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I bet it's pretty strong.
What'd you get?
I rolled a nat 20
You got nat
again.
20?
Yes! So that's a 25?
Cool.
That's a 25?
Yeah. You beat it, and you don't end up taking this thing out of its. You don't,
Fuck you lobster nard! Fucking lobster nard!
It used its turn to do that. Yeah, it probably can't attack twice now, right? Because it has 2 attacks. Could it attack again?
I don't, you said that was an action, right?
It's one attack per shove, but I think maybe a grabbing something out of the hand might be under. I mean, that's just
your call.
splitting hairs. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So then we're gonna just move back up to Andre, who's started swimming away.
I guess I'm just gonna. We don't have to fight this thing, right? I'm just gonna keep swimming away.
Okay. Cool. You continue to swim away.
I'm gonna roll 2 more strength checks. That one's a 4, so I get 15 on my normal
15.
movement. And the next one's a 12.
Also fails, so you get 30
So-
total.
I get 30 feet. And then I guess I have an action. So what am I, 90 feet away from it? Is there anything I could do?
I mean, if with Expeditious Retreat on you still, probably not, right? Is that what's
Yeah,
going on? Is that why?
It is concentration, but
Mhm.
I can cast Puppet, which is not concentration.
What's
Although
the
it's not
range
holding
on
anything,
that?
I don't know if I want to do that. 120 feet, and I'm 90
Wow.
away.
If you could move it away from DMJ, that could be clutch.
Yeah, fuck it. It's just a spell slot. Who cares? I'm gonna cast Puppet on it.
What's
has to make a
what do I make?
Con save of 13. As like
It
these
gets
like
an at one.
these like magical strings pew, 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 come out of the ring, and they attach to its limbs, and it moves its speed backwards away from DMJ. And does it have anything in its hands, or is it just attacking us with like claws and shit?
It was just attacking with claws.
Nah, never mind. Then it just goes
Cool.
however many feet away from DMJ.
This thing backs up from you. Garth, is it the end of your turn, Andre?
Yeah.
Garth, what are you doing?
Garth is excitedly shouting down to GMJ, "Great work! Now let's get out of here!" And he is going to.
Can I
continue
respond
to-
or no? Am I allowed to respond to the Garth? Or is that not something I can do not on my turn?
Speech is free, isn't it?
Technically, it's on your own turn, but yeah, I'll let you respond right now. Obviously, it's not that big of a deal.
Shouldn't we, like, go back to Mermaid Girl?
That's where we're going.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is that where you're going? You started
Oh, I
swimming
thought
up
we
and
were
away.
swimming up to get fucking
Yeah,
out of
you're
this
swimming
lake.
That's what I-
That's what
yeah.
I thought
Oh
we were
wait,
doing.
was she? I thought.
We're, like, right outside the
creature
door.
in between us and Mermaid, and Mariana.
But behind you is the dome that you came out of.
Yeah.
This thing was swimming up toward the surface. I assumed that you were swimming away up toward the surface,
That's
which is
what I thought,
away
too.
from where all of the merg folk are.
Oh. I was swimming back towards Mariana. I thought they were gonna be able to help us.
Well, that's not what you said. That's why
She
I
was
was
nice
confused too.
I said I was gonna go. Said I was gonna go check on them because they're probably scared.
Oh, I thought you were
know.
just kind of doing a bit because.
Yeah, I thought you
were doing a
I didn't realize that that's who you meant.
That was my pretend reasoning for running away.
It was pretend. We thought you
I
were
didn't
just.
realize. Okay, cool. So wait, hang on. So Andre, did you swim back toward the dome?
Yeah.
Okay, so Andre swam back toward the dome. Garth, where did you go? Up toward the surface or back toward the dome?
I think I did say I follow Andre, so let's stick with that.
So you went back toward the dome. Okay, cool. So you were not actually that far away from the entrance to the dome. You can either I'm sorry, this is all kind of confusing. You can either, instead of being like 90 feet away, you can be, if you're 90 feet away, you're inside of the dome, or you're like kind of on the, like you're past the entrance of the dome. You can be at the entrance of the dome, or you can have gone all the way inside.
I would like to go inside.
Okay, cool. Now I guess you're like looking out through the door and casting puppet.
Yeah, or I could cast it before I go inside.
Okay, cool. You cast it and then you go inside. Okay, cool. Whose turn is it? That got all complicated.
Yeah.
Garth. Cool.
Yeah, still
Garth,
mine.
So what are you doing? You probably swam toward. You're probably at the entrance of the dome right now.
Yeah, I guess I lose my rage and also get back into the dome.
Okay, cool. You go back into the dome. Is that your whole turn?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be Derek. What are you doing?
So
This thing has been pulled away from you.
I don't need to use a disengage action. I can just start running or swimming.
Yeah, you can just go back. Are you going up toward the surface or back toward the dome?
No, I was the one who said we should go to see Mermaid Girl. Because we still don't know what the queen's name is, right?
Mermaid woman.
I have Mariana,
Mermaid ma'am.
I think I just wrote Siren.
Mermaid ma'am and Barnacle.
We'll work
Nope.
I'm going to do a strength check to try to move as fast as possible, though, because I'm assuming that once Puppet's over, this thing probably could catch me if I don't move fast.
Okay. Sure.
Ooh, okay, no, that's fine. It's an 18 because I had 5. I swim
cool.
60 feet towards the entrance.
So you all go to the entrance. You actually are, once you get to the entrance of the dome, we are out of initiative.
Oh.
You are in possession of the crystal. You go back into this dome, though, and as you go into this dome, it's empty.
Oh?
So as we get into this dome, Garth is breathing hard and then stops breathing hard and just normal breathing, and you see he looks absolutely smashed. Just absolutely wrecked. Oh, not drunk, physically smashed his body.
So
Just
what I'm gonna do,
totally
noticing that both of them are pretty hurt, I'm gonna take the crystal, put it in my football bag, then switch over to my right side of my waist and look through my food bag, and I'm gonna grab out those 2 not grapefruits, and give.
They're just weird looking fruit.
Yeah, not grapefruits. Definitely not grapefruits. And I'm gonna hand each of them 1 grapefruit each, and be like, "Y'all should eat some of this. You really need to get that potassium and all them sugars to really regenerate your body after a good workout like that."
Do you 2 take these fruit?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
Each of you
1d12.
takes 1. Before you decide to eat it, you're looking at this thing, and it looks almost like a squash, or like a weird shaped gourd that are kind of oblong and curved a little bit. It kind of has substance to it. It has like bumps on the bottom and kind of like almost patterned stretch marks on the top of it. It is kind of a fluorescent orange and yellow situation. And as you kind of are holding it, it feels pretty solid.
I've eaten weird shit he's given me before. It worked out well last
Garth
time.
houses that shit.
Each of you make me a survival check.
It could be worse. Could be a con save.
12.
16.
16. Garth, you look at this fruit, and you've never seen anything like this before, but it's really, really solid on the outside, and you've done a lot of foraging as you've had to, like, spend nights in the woods and stuff. And you look at this, and you realize that if you were to bite into it, it would probably really, really hurt your teeth. And so what you do instead is you're able to, like, it's kind of softer near the top, so you're able to, like, puncture it a little bit, and you realize it's, like, full of, like tiny, like, you know what Orbeez are? Those, like, tiny little jelly balls that are almost like bubble teas. It's, like, full of that, and you kind of, like, drink it, and it, like, goes, you know, you can eat those little pieces in your mouth. You look over at Andre, who has bitten into the thing and is, like, gnawing on the flesh to try to get it open, and, like, is not experiencing the same thing you are.
Guy just, like, reaches over and, like, the top with his finger. Just...
And you can each eat this. So each of you can roll a d12 to see if that gives you any.
It's 1d12 plus your con, from what my notes said.
Plus your con.
7 hit points.
Also 7 hit points.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool.
Very-
You guys are
very
in empty
helpful.
dome. What do you do?
See?
Um,
Can I try to? I'm gonna try to cast.
Well, I'm only about at 1/5 of my hit point capacity. Sounds good.
I'm gonna cast message to Mariana and be like, which is 120 feet if she's within 120 feet. What was that thing that just ran out of here? What's happening?
You get back. What thing?
Okay, so she's close. Where I send another message. Where are you?
Where you at?
Where you at? You up?
Are you up?
She
It's late enough for a you up text, right?
It's early enough for a you up text.
She sends back, who dis?
New number, who dis?
It's the elf. Tell me where you are. It's Andre. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You get back. No, I am busy. I'm going to sleep. Go. Leave this area now. We are done. We are done with this. We were bored.
What, you're bored? Fuck you, I just almost died. Alright, well, she's being useless. I don't really want to go back there. Can I recall the way we came through? No, you're not into that idea?
You know
I don't want to go
I mean,
chase that thing.
So you'd rather go back through the path and then back up into the pool of blood and then into the woods?
Oh, right.
Yeah. I was also
to
confused
establish
why you
also,
won.
These two, you two don't know where Andre's been and are just
No,
realizing.
that was Dan
you know.
shaking his head, not Garth.
No, I know.
But also,
saying,
we would still know back the way he came was the woods. We don't know any of
Not
the other
really.
part.
We wouldn't.
my
We
option-
actually haven't even. We haven't had a chance. I think while we're eating this fruit, we're like, "Where the fuck were you? What is happening? What the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
probably.
What does Andre say?
Oh, so I was at my post, and then I heard a voice telling me that there was a book with some like type of knowledge that sounded cool. So I followed the voice, and then there was a pool of blood, and I saw myself, but I was talking to myself, and then a hand reached up, grabbed me by the face, pulled me under, and then I met Mariana again, and then you guys showed up with a copy of me.
So you showed up into this space and saw the copy of you swimming away. That's the first time you saw it. But yes.
You showed up with a copy of me down here.
So next
That
time
is-
we're standing watch, what are we going to not do?
Okay, look, if somebody told you that there was, I don't know what you like. I don't know much about you.
I think he wants to-
Do you? What,
I just want to say, I really don't feel like, you're supposed to be the one with the one brain cell, and to think that there was a book in the forest kind of seems dumb to me.
What? You've never heard of you've never heard of people going out into solitary to read and going out to the forest by themselves? Is that impossible?
Or
I
would
doubt
you-
you've ever even heard about reading.
How much longer-
I could read. I could totally read. Fuck you, I could read.
How much
DMJ
longer-
takes out his waterlogged book on the gods.
Just falls
How much
apart.
longer do you guys stay here in this dome?
Maybe like
4
half an hour of quiet meditation.
Yeah, can we just do a quick little short rest of like a half hour?
Okay, cool. So you go to start a short rest, and you're chilling here. 10 minutes in, some of these creatures swim through the door, look really shocked, and go, we have the space booked for a city council meeting? Did Gail not tell you? Also, why are surface dwellers down here? You need to leave. This is illegal.
Yeah, we're on it.
Nah, Mariana invited us. That's cool.
Who?
The mermaid lady, Mariana.
All right, we swim directly up.
Okay, those words.
We're
Cool,
leaving. We're leaving. I grab Audrey by the collar and start like doggy paddling with only one
Swimming.
arm.
Wait a minute, they don't tell as I'm getting pulled away. Wait a minute, you don't tell me where I can and can't go. You don't
Shut
know
the
who
fuck
I am.
up, bro.
My grandfather invented magic.
My grandfather invented magic.
Cool, so
The
do you
truth
guys all
comes
swim?
out.
Do you all swim toward the surface?
Yeah.
No, I think we're gonna check out the bottom.
Hey, open world. So you guys all swim up.
Can we start making
I wanna go-
sandcastles?
I want to go to bed. I'm very hurt.
Yeah, so
wait,
you guys all go.
is
towards
it
this-
clearly like daybreak?
Let me speak.
Oh, sorry.
So yeah,
It was already daybreak when we went into the lake, I thought.
no. Oh no, yeah, because it's a different time of day. Yeah, because you woke up. I guess I fucked up Sammy's announcement. That's
Not
fine.
really though, because like it was early morning. I figure like I think
Yeah.
5 a.m. makes sense.
Yeah, so
You're not
guys.
gonna sleep in when you're in the woods.
No, exactly. You guys swim. You guys swim up to the surface, and as you swim up to the surface, it's fully bright. Like when you were walking, it was maybe like daybreak was starting because it was, but it's like fully bright outside. Do you do anything on the shore real quick before we narrow?
Yes, I take my
grab
ring off.
jacket.
Oh yeah, sorry. So as you guys all swim up to the surface, what do you do about your rings? Do you take them off before you breach, or when you breach?
I take it off as
Right
right as
as.
I'm about to reach the break.
Okay, cool. You take your rings off, which would have made you feel like you were drowning on land, which is what the language of it is. They can help you breathe underwater, but if you put it on land, your lungs fill up with water as if you're drowning.
Definitely holding on to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I throw it into one of my 5 bags.
You don't have any pockets. It's all bad.
Why would I have bags in a pair of pants that have suspenders?
So you all make it to the surface. As you guys you realize that like the day is starting, and you like kind of like as you're walking up the lake, you guys are soaking wet, but you see there are other students going to class, and it's like the beginning of a school day. You missed a whole night of sleep as like students are like going to class and milling about. You can decide if you decide that you think you skip class and get ready and go to sleep, or if you think that you like go into school soaking wet for the day.
Is this the day that I have the class with the old lady who gave me the book?
No, it's not. It's
Okay, then yeah, I'll skip class. She's the only teacher that I have
Cool.
some type of rapport with that I actually wouldn't want to skip her class. She seems pretty.
Awesome.
She seems
So
pretty
you guys,
dope.
I don't know why I had 12 hit points.
You had 12
From
hit
the
points. Is actually the
last-
amount that that Mariana gave to you.
Oh, she healed me.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's the thing. That Thunderwave brought. If I hadn't passed that con save with Thunderwave, I would have been annoyed more by the pushing 10 feet because thanks to half orc, relentless endurance, I would have been brought down to 1 instead.
to force you to hang out with me for 1 extra minute than you want to
Oh god.
in silence.
So a whole minute. I don't know if anyone else has ever taken a picture of Dice on a table, but it's a very like aesthetically pleasing picture in my opinion. Dice just are very picturesque.
I like these purple dice I have. I think they're pretty. They're kind of marbly.
I mean,
Bad lighting.
but Jake, when you roll, does it make this sound?
It sounds like an online dice roller. It's very funny to me.
So you guys make it to the shore, like we established before the short rest. Garth wanted to make sure some things were known before these characters left the shore.
Yeah, I want to make sure that Garth grabs his leather jacket that he left on the beach, and hopefully nobody stole it. And then I want to, like a brief huddle, just to make sure that we get the crystal to Odette as quickly as possible.
Everybody take a knee. Garth's got something to say.
All right, guys. Derek, good work getting the crystal. I thought we weren't going to be able to do it, and you managed to pull it out. I'm impressed.
Thanks, bro.
Andre, how about you get in
Appreciate
touch with your sister? Let her know we have it and see. I think we were supposed to hear from her about the first one anyway, and then we've kind of been a little sidetracked. So, but right now, what I need is a shower, and I feel like maybe you two do too.
Yeah.
Derek raises his armpit and gives him a sniff. I probably could hit the gym and then shower.
I'm gonna pull up my phone and text Odette.
Yeah.
Hey, dummy. It's been like a week. Still haven't figured out that crystal. Taking you quite a while. Well, guess what? We have another one for you. So hurry the fuck up.
Oh, and then I guess Derek's gonna finagle through one of the bags looking for the crystal, and then realize it's in the other bag. Go into the other bag, pull it out, and hand it to Andre and be like, "Don't lose this. Don't go in the forest."
I plan on never going back there ever again.
I'm with you, man. That kind of sucked.
That's right. We're never going back there again.
Guys, let's agree. Like, let's just never do that again. That forest sucks nards.
Cool. And a campaign. You get you get a text back from Odette that says, "Been busy. I've actually made real friends. I'll meet you. I'll meet you at Tawny's party this weekend. We'll talk crystal then."
Yeah, I totally know the address for that. She invited me personally.
Wait,
I've already been invited.
Wow, I'm surprised. I text back. Wow, I'm surprised she actually invited you to that too.
I look at Garth and go, "Who's Tawny?"
This is a text conversation. We don't know who Tony is.
She messages back, "Joke's on you. Tawny doesn't go to the school. No way you'd know her. Now you look like a real loser." Cool. So, you guys go off and probably take your showers separately, and I'm sure not together.
Hit us with that fan art, though.
Here's with that fan art of all of us in the gymnasium showers together. I believe Andre was not good at holding the soap.
Why?
See, what I said was funny.
Mm-hmm. So the week continues on. You guys, probably go to classes here and there, back and forth. As you guys are at classes, let's make a round of checks to see how classes have been going for you guys. So, Andre, why don't you make me an Arcana check?
12.
12. Yeah, you've been doing medium to not great. Like, this is, I don't know, why do you think that Andre is, not really connecting with the material?
For starters, I almost died, so it's probably weighing heavily on me. Also, I think he's thinking a lot about Mariana and what happened down there, because they just all of a sudden were just done with us. And nobody just dismisses me like that. I dismiss people. People do not dismiss me. What is her nerve? What the nerve of some, and how does she? I mean, I can't believe that I'm gonna go down there and I might have to go in the water and oh shit, class is over. That's been going on for the past 3 days.
Just days and days of this. Okay, cool. Garth, why don't you make your survival check? Let's see how barbarian classes have been going. 12. Yeah, you also are having kind of a distracted week. What do you think's distracting Garth?
And why weren't the water people down there anyway? I don't know.
I do think it is not exactly the same, but it is a little similar. Not for the same reasons. He doesn't feel personally attacked or his ego threatened, but he does. I mean, he's more interested. I think it's the same kind of shit. Like he's just more interested in what's happening. In what's practically happening in an actual, this actual mission, this actual problem, and nothing in class. Even the most compelling story in class is going to pale in comparison to the actual experience that he's been getting extracurricularly.
Yeah.
And he's trying to. I mean, and I know that he doesn't care about this mercenary license the same way that his parents do. But I remember, like, in the scene before when he was telling his parents, like, I'm going to learn something. That wasn't just to placate them. It was because he meant it. But that doesn't. It's easier to say than it is to do.
Yeah. All right, cool. And that's kind of how your week's been going. Derek, why don't you roll me a religion check for all your religious classes, and let's see how your week's been going.
Ooh wee. The religious guy with no God.
Man, I hope you got a 12.
1. It's feeling like a 1.
Roll the nat 3 for a 5. Because I have a 0 intelligence, but I am proficient in religion.
You've been incredibly distracted. Like, just, there's no way you're retaining any information since maybe even the first day of school. What do you think's been occupying Derek's mind?
I mean, why were there no mer people down there? Like, what? Like, they just didn't even want to be like, they didn't even just say goodbye. Like, I always say goodbye. Like, even if it's a bad person. Like, during the freaking, like, tryouts for the dueling club, I said goodbye to the fuckface nerd who I fought. Like, I still say goodbye to him. Like, not hard to say bye. It's fucking 3 letters. Like, hey, bye. And it's like, thanks. I wanted to say goodbye to you too. Maybe I didn't even want to say goodbye, but I have fucking manners at least. Like, you were little fucking nards. But also, like, how am I supposed to be getting buffer, hitting the gym? I missed my morning run when we didn't even get to go home that one night because we had to go freaking find the thing in the forest. I didn't get to do my morning run. How am I supposed to get my exercise if I don't do my 10-mile run with my 5 bags on me and really work out them quads? Like, I'm supposed to be tip-top shape. I'm DMJ fucking MVP.
So the question was, have you done the reading today?
So...
I pull out the wet book.
You've been having a rough go of it. Things are like not making sense to you. You've gotten swept into an adventure that you really also haven't had a good grasp on yet. So things, it's been a rough week overall for you all as a group. As the week's gone on, various people have asked you if you're going to Tawny's party. Tawny seems like a local that's a little older than you that went to the school at some point but no longer goes here, that tends to like throw parties at her house that's like a little whiles away from the school. You can drive there, safe walking distance if you get too drunk, that kind of situation. Andre, your roommates have asked you a couple times if you're going to be going to the party. Garth, you've gotten texts from Lash asking if you're going to be there, as well as like Mike.
I guess we don't have to like roleplay this, but I probably check in with them after the whole like being lost in the woods for a whole day thing.
Yeah, you show back up to your dorm, and when you initially showed back up to your dorm, they were just kind of like, "Hey, man." Like both Moore and Mikey barely registered. Because, like, here's the thing. You guys are all mercenaries. So there's been times in the past where, like, you've gone missing for a couple days. Someone else has gone missing for a couple days. It's just kind of part of the job. It's also part of the job to not really inquire too much about, the other things. You do see Lash, and Lash is like, I feel like I haven't, like, hung out with you the whole time we've been here. Like, what have you been up to?
Yeah, I guess I could ask you the same thing, huh?
I guess. And she's like passing you in that moment, and so she kind of walks away. But she does turn around and is like, Tawny's party, we're hanging out on Friday, yes?
Great. Sounds
Okay,
good.
I'll see you there. And she kind of walks away. Andre, you also get the text from Odette. Derek, what's up?
I definitely the second day after our whole like excursion, I realized that like it feels like things keep making it so I keep missing going home. Like it feels like I'm not hanging out with my granny and grandpa enough. So I've started pre-making meals and freezing them for them. So there's just like fucking like 20 pounds of just chicken pre-cooked in the fucking freezer. Like there's
Every time
so
your grandma opens
much.
the freezer,
A chicken like
Every time
hits her in the
like,
toe.
and if like falls out, she's always like, "Sweetie, we didn't ask you for this, and you could have put it in the garage freezer, but now I guess I have to walk all the way over there with my cherries that I need to put in the freezer." And she's just like, she's a little like, "Thank you, appreciative," but also a little like, "That's you're being a little overbearing."
And if you look at all the Tupperwares, it only has like with the 20 pounds chicken, it has like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning. And that's all. That's like I've like labeled 20 pounds chicken to last 2.5 days.
Yeah. Your grandparents think you're ridiculous. So do you guys? What do you decide to do by the time that the week is rounding out? Are you gonna try to go to this party?
It'd be kind of shitty not to, wouldn't it?
I mean,
Can I
if
ask?
there's
Yes.
one thing DMJ does is he likes to unwind after a nice 8-hour workout session on a Friday with a couple beers with the homies.
Oh, actually,
It's getting longer and longer every time.
What's Friday? You gotta
That's more than a quarter of the day.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I skipped my last class.
I was wondering if I could hit up the school store.
Okay. Sure.
some spirit gear?
What are you looking
Well-
for at the school store?
I was wondering if they sell any magical components for wizards. I
Yeah,
need
there definitely is.
specifically a gold pearl. I mean, not a gold pearl. Sorry, a white pearl. Oh wait,
Okay.
I don't know if I have enough money for this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so they have like some of the higher price components behind like a glass case in the store.
I just realized I don't have any money.
You can try to obtain money.
I guess of all the characters, it would be the most sobering realization for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an idea. I'm gonna go to
Okay.
the library.
Okay.
No. I don't want a job. Never mind. I have another reason to go to the library. I have another
Do you
reason
go
to
or
go to the
no?
library. I'm gonna go to the library.
Okay.
Not to ask for a job like I was originally thinking, because ew, work. But there's a cute librarian there.
Yeah.
What's the lady who's throwing the party? What's her name?
Tawny.
Tawny. Are you going to Tawny's party?
So hang on. You walk into the library. You do see that the cute librarian is there. You just walk up immediately. You say, "Are you going to Tawny's party?"
Yeah.
She looks at you. She's like, hi. I was maybe thinking about, I don't know, my roommates are kind of more party people than I am, and they've been trying to convince me to go. Are you going?
I am. I'm also not really into parties. I'm going because I want to show my sister that I have friends.
Oh, okay. So do you need me to help you show your sister you have friends? What's your name? How many weeks is it? Who are you?
My name's Andre.
Hi, my name's Renata.
Hi. Yeah, I need the address. I was hoping you could help me with that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just give me a second. Let me see. It's probably on the Facebook event if you haven't gone to the Facebook events page. And she like sits there for a second and she's like typing a little bit on her computer. And she goes,
Man,
so
this
it's
Facebook in this fantasy world.
I know. I was about to say we couldn't use MySpace or something.
were you ever on MySpace?
You
MySpace
have
is
to
not.
go on a
No.
quest to destroy the eye of Zuckerberg. Is that?
No, sorry, I'm not
Uh,
60 years old. I've never been on MySpace.
Wait, are you kidding, Jake?
Yes.
Wait, hang on. Have you been on this? Okay. I was gonna be like, I know you're young, but how young are you? So she kind of turns to you as she's like typing on the computer. She's like, it's been a couple weeks since you came to the library. What's up with that?
I went camping.
Did you not find what you were looking for?
I tried camping. What I was looking for.
Well, you came here to the library on the first day. It's been like, a couple weeks since the first day of school. You were looking for something? You came here to look for books on... You remember?
Oh, yeah. I was looking for for books on Fae. And I didn't really find what I was looking for. Do you know if there's more books?
She kind of looks at you side-eyed and is like, yeah, I know of a couple books. They're not necessarily anything that are here. But if you meet me at this address, and she writes down Tawny's address and she slides it over to you in a piece of paper. It's like, I could probably talk to you about, I don't know, other books. And she kind of lowers voice as she says this. If you're interested.
I'm gonna pocket the address and go, okay. I'm glad I stopped by here. I will
too. I'm also glad you
party.
stopped by.
And I'm gonna leave.
No one
Cool.
spits game like Andre Malgemain.
He had a lot of
you-
friends
Time
in
for you
high
there, Bert.
He had a lot of friends in high school.
Oh my god, Garth, are you a poet?
Cool. So, did the other two do anything else before the end of the day on Friday?
If I don't have too many classes on Fridays, I would like to go talk to that religion teacher. And even though it's been a couple weeks of classes, I'm gonna go, hey, what's your name? I really kind of missed that in the first week, and I just call you that dope religion teacher.
Oh, you can call me Ingrid.
Ingrid, listen, I clearly have a lot of, anger that I'm dealing with, and I
Okay.
don't know how to harness it to be more influential in my beliefs and in my ability to be a better paladin.
You look at her, and this is your lesser gods professor. She's sitting on her desk, poring over some writing. She has glasses on, some little cheaters. Cheaters, the necklaces that hold your glasses.
So cute.
Kind of on the bridge of her nose. She has a big sweater on. She's a gnomish professor. So she is a little smaller.
Alright, so I definitely sit down cross-legged when I talk to her, so that we're at least closer to eye level.
She kind of looks up from her work, kind of like this, and is like, did you read the book that I threw at your head?
I started it.
I don't believe you.
I read the prologue.
Okay, you should read more of the book, because one, there's not a prologue in that book, so I don't know what book you were reading.
Fuck,
But
I tried.
read the book. Here's the thing. When you are given this immense sort of power that is rooted in your own motivations, is very different than the clerics who have a connection to a god that really helps them hone their power. You can have yours without any major connection, really. But I'd recommend finding a connection. It can better your understanding of yourself.
Thank you. I'm gonna skip the gym this week, and oh, that hurt to say. And I'm gonna start reading this book. I'm gonna start reading this book this weekend.
Okay, I'd like it back eventually too. So
Yes.
hurry up.
I I really hope that you don't hate water.
What?
No, I just like pick up my bags and I bow a little to her out of appreciation for who she is, and I say, "Thank you, Ingrid. I won't forget your name again. Sorry, I didn't pay attention in the beginning of the year."
Till the beginning of the year, but yeah, sure.
And I'm just gonna scurry out really, really quickly, but still like kind of walking because I don't want her to think I'm embarrassed, but like I'm definitely trying to get out quick.
Cool. So you exit the situation, and you head to do whatever you're going to do for the evening. Garth, do you do anything else before you head over to the party?
I feel like I should check. I feel like I want to have some friend time with Mikey this week.
What are you trying to do?
No, I just want to check. I want to check in with him. I feel like what exactly is the question? Is like, hey, how are you doing? Like here, you feel like is this like fun? And you feel like if we're fitting in here?
You come home after school, and Mikey's getting ready for the party later. He's like, getting himself, he just wants to look nice. And you maybe are both getting ready for the party, and he kind of turns to you and he's like, "Yeah, man. No, I mean, things have been cool. I guess it's a school. I don't know. We held off going to school for so long, so it's a little weird that we're a little older than all these kids, which is like something I'm dealing with."
It's like we're saying like these kids, but like we're not. But like I'm like kind of feel like I feel more like a kid like in the past couple weeks than I like felt in the past like 6 years.
I'll say this: we were kind of denied a childhood, man. Like if you were there, like we spent most of our time training. Most of our games we played as kids were training drills. I mean, think back to it. Steal the bacon? That's a training drill. Like it's, that's who we've always been. It's nice to unwind, to be here, and feel like I don't have to think about the pressures of, who are you, Mikey? What are you going to do with your life? Why are you so aimless? Why won't you stop smoking weed? And he like smokes out of the gravity bong that he's been, crafting.
I feel like for me it's like the opposite. Like I could like all the pressure's coming right this second, or like 2 weeks ago when I didn't feel it before, but now it's like right here. But now I feel like I've been like growing up in the wrong direction this whole time, and I've got to like switch it up.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I do. I don't know, man. I just kind of am trying to live here in this moment and think about, I mean, I guess we're here to learning and stuff, but this is supposed to be college, man. Like, we're supposed to have fun. That's why we're getting ready for this party. We're pre-gaming. How long have we been smoking for? When's the party start? We probably should head over there.
I'm just going to pretend we stopped at we should live in this moment, because I feel like that was some pretty sound advice.
Okay. He's kind of livid. And Moore's gonna burst out of his room and he's like, "Let's go! If we don't get there now, all the hot girls will already find people to make out with by the end of the night. Let's go!"
Yeah, let's go hang out with these kids.
Hey! Moore looks at you and goes, "Hey, some of them are 18, man. Most of them are 18.
Yeah, great. You have fun tonight."
You guys head out to this house. If you guys are walking over from the dorm, it's kind of like, it's up the road a little bit. You guys haven't left campus really to go into town or anything. This isn't towards town. It's kind of in the other direction. And you kind of like walk through. It's like a wooded area.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's no road or anything, or is there a road?
No. You're walking kind of through, like, it's like a wooded area, but you realize as you're here, it's nothing like the woods you've just spent time in. And as you're, like, looking at the placement of the trees, I'll give you this, you realize it's kind of a man-made little wooded patch. Like, it's not necessarily the woods that are surrounding the school, but this is like a woodland pathway that'll take you from the dorms to Tawny's house.
Well, we wouldn't be driving, though.
Or you could drive. You could drive or walk.
I was going to say, if we are driving, then Garth takes Mikey on the motorcycle and Moore walks.
Yeah, okay, cool. You guys take the motorcycle.
I probably would ask Andre to let me keep my bags in his room for the night.
Okay.
So, but I would run there.
I can't promise the Senators aren't gonna rifle through your shit, but
Does Odette not already have the crystal? It's so stressing me out right now, I guess. I'm just like...
she probably
You haven't seen Odette this week.
I
She has
know.
the
not
crystal.
have it. I'm gonna give it to her at the. Yeah. I'm gonna give it
Don't bring it to the party.
Nah, I'm bringing the crystal.
Well, if you're gonna turn around and it's gonna be Odette, like the fucking... How many Dragon Balls are there?
She
Cool,
gets
so you guys
one
all
wish
head over-
spell when she gets all of the Dragon Balls.
You guys head over to Tawny's house?
Yeah, I'm running.
Okay, cool. You all, Andre, how are you getting there? I guess there's motorcycle running. How are you doing this? Are you
I
walking?
guess I walk. Yeah, I don't have another way to get there.
Yeah, you're walking over, and there's like a crowd of like teenagers, and I say teenagers. Most of the people here are above the age 18. They're all walking over, kind of in groups and patches, laughing with each other. It's been like 2 weeks of school, and there's like cliques that have really formed and gotten bigger. And you really like, there's a lot of people who are getting along and becoming very good friends. And I don't know, you maybe have a moment where you think that like the two friends that you've made are just your friends via circumstance, but maybe this is what you wanted all along. As you walk over. You're welcome, Andre, to make me, or any of you guys are welcome to make me a perception check.
Maybe the crystals weren't the real treasure, but the friendships we made along the way.
17.
13. You guys have like really kinshipped your dice tonight.
You both got 17?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, Derek, you don't really see anything as you run over. You see just like groups of friends hang out. The deck got 17s. Andre, as you're walking toward the party, you see that there's like a lot of, like I said, like cliques of friends laughing and stuff like that. You also see kind of a group of people walking over who you recognize one of them. And on your first day, when there was a fight that almost was brought forth between the wizards and some of the other kids, there was a warlock that shot off an eldritch blast. And you see that warlock walking kind of with a group of other very broody, emo-looking kids kind of heading over toward the party. Garth, as you're heading over, and like, you see a bunch of kids driving and they're like honking their horns and they're laughing and they're like leaning their heads out the window. You see a like van that looks like it's been painted all like hippy dippy like, and it like says like free love on the back of it. And it's like heading over toward the party.
Nice.
And
wait.
you all kind of,
Hippy dippy. That can only mean one thing.
The Scooby Gang.
you all make it over toward the party. You get there at probably around the same time actually. It's a house that's like a little pushback from the main road. You see that there's like a lot of lights on. There's like a screened in porch where some people are standing and hanging out. There's like people standing outside drinking and smoking, and you kind of like see all this as you approach the house. You all kind of spot each other too and can meet up, or if you decide, I don't know what you all decide to do.
I'll probably meet up with the two real quick. I'm gonna reassure, because I'm sure Garth has been on my ass about giving Odette the crystal, so I'm gonna reassure him that I'm giving Odette the crystal, and then I'm gonna find DMJ and be like, and I'm gonna tell him to just like, there's somebody that I'm looking for that I'm gonna need your help with in the middle of this party. I need somebody as backup when I go to find them. Their name is Michael, and they're one of the people that was selling drugs earlier.
That is not what I thought you meant, little bro. I
They're
really
somehow
thought I
related.
thought I was wingman the hell out of you. I already poured you a beer. I hand him a red Solo cup of whatever
Ugh.
drink is.
And
Yeah,
I
you
just
guys
toss
had-
it on the ground.
I don't want to throw a wrench in this fun group time, but I am probably trying at least to spend time with Lash.
That's fine. Okay, cool. So actually, before we jump into the meat of the party, you probably know what I'm going to say, but we haven't done this yet on this game. We're going to do a party montage. A montage is not a device that I came up with. I actually learned it from a friend who I think took it from a different playthrough podcast that I unfortunately don't know the name of.
Zoom.
Thank you. It's a mechanic where, so everybody roll initiative to get into the order for the montage. these characters are going to try to roll various checks to see various things they do in the party. They can kind of narrate that they do really whatever they want, but they have to find a corresponding skill check that they can roll to do that thing. Once one person has rolled a skill check, nobody else is allowed to roll that skill check. It's been taken off the table. So if someone knows perception, no one else is allowed to do perception. If your character decides that they want to cast a spell instead of making a check, the effect of the spell will probably happen, but also it will just give the next person in line advantage. A fight can break out in the middle of the montage, in which we pause the montage and dive into a fight, depending on what you guys decide to do. The DC for this montage is going to be 16. You guys are going to need 4 to pass, 3 to fail. And if you pass, I will give you a prize, and if you fail, I will punish you. They all already know how this works. That's just for them. Great. Can I get initiative for the montage?
12.
Also 12.
Also 12.
We go by do we go by Dex or
Incredible.
initiative bonus?
Initiative bonus.
It's initiative bonus, which
Okay,
mine is
I have a
plus
so you
1.
absolutely go first.
Mine's only plus 1.
So funny.
So
I'm a
it's
plus
Andre
3.
and then Garth.
Wow.
That is absolutely beautiful. That is something that that will only happen once. And if it doesn't happen, if it happens more than once, this is a blessed campaign.
These characters all meet up at different points and go to walk into the door at the same time. All 3 of you behind shoulders.
I think so. The smallest one, the force of the other 2 pushes me out through first.
Pushes you in. And Andre, you are first in this party montage. As you go inside, there's a big party kind of raging around you. There are people who are dancing in one room. There's a kitchen that has just various beer cans all strewn about. There's also a beer pong table that's kind of in the middle of the room, not really in a good place, honestly. There's a line to the bathroom. There's an upstairs that nobody seems to be doing upstairs, and then there's a bunch of people outside. You're welcome to do anything you'd like to be doing. What do you think Andre's doing at this party as he gets here?
I don't know how this works into the montage, but my first idea was to send a message. Oh my god, I already forgot her name. Jesus Christ, to see if Renata is where she's at. I don't know how that plays into a montage, though. I just want to ask. I wanted to ask her where she was. Should I not do that? Should I?
No, I mean, you're welcome to. If you do that, it will. I'll let you. She'll respond. I'll have that, but it'll also just give it'll give Garth advantage on his next roll.
Okay,
somehow.
cool. So I'm gonna send a message to Renata and just be like, it's 120 feet, so I'm assuming she's here. She might not get it if she's not here, and I'm just gonna say, just arrived on the first floor. I'll meet you. It sounded like she has some shady shit, so I guess the backyard. Is there a backyard?
Yeah, it's there's
Okay.
yard all around this house. Backyard,
I'm gonna-
front yard, side yards.
I'm gonna tell her I'll meet her in the backyard and go out to the backyard.
You get back. I am talking with friends. I will meet you back there soon. What? Why this?
Wait, I'm gonna cast another message.
Because he didn't have the game to get her number.
Andre doesn't feel like he needs to get numbers. He can just message people.
As long as they're within 120.
Garth, you can have advantage because as Andre walks in, he spaces out and he starts to cast a spell and speak in his head, and somehow it gives you an advantage in whatever you're trying to do next.
Sweet. Garth is trying so hard to follow the advice that he was able to kind of pull like teeth from Mikey, and yet he cannot resist. Instead of looking for Lash, looking for the Hippy Dippy crew with a perception check.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Cool. Definitely a pass. So yeah, you get to this party and you have a moment to think to look for Lash, who texted you guys that she'd arrive here earlier. But instead, you remember that you saw this bus zooming down the road. There are people who are already Andre's roommates. You see them with the established this is the stoner group on campus. You're looking around a little bit more though for what you saw as the quote unquote fake stoners. you're looking around for them, and you kind
The
of
Gollum
don't
gang.
necessarily. You don't necessarily see. You don't see like a group of them all grouped together, but you do kind of see scattered throughout the party some of these stoners who aren't with the real group of stoners, and there are people who are like trying to have like conversations with people like, yeah, man, have you ever thought to do this drug here? This is a good one. I'll give it to you for free, and like that's kind of happening around the party in different places.
This is the good drug.
Do you
Yeah,
like
man, it's
the
called-
good drug?
It's called flower power. It's totally smokable. Don't worry about what it says on the package.
See, you should have led with "there's a package" because that's the first red flag.
It's like a small little bag. Cool. That is going to be.
Maybe it's legal.
That's going
They
to
got it
be
from the dispensary.
Derek's turn.
As you mentioned, there's a beer pong table really poorly placed in the middle of the room. And what's only going to make it worse is the 7'4" Goliath is going to man the table and start showing off his dope skills, letting anyone be his partner, whether it be the nerds, the hot girls, the emo kid who's just trying to get along. Any partner could be Derek's partner because Derek carries the team. And I'm going to do an athletic check. An athletic check to just pop these balls in every single time. Just bop, 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 bop. Freaking call an island whenever he can to get the double cup. Oh, that's a 26.
Oh man, yeah. Okay, cool. You are doing an incredible job. You're doing round after round after round of this, basically. You are, like, owning the table, essentially. But you're definitely still getting pretty drunk. I mean, you're still playing beer pong. Like, just because you're winning doesn't mean you're not getting drunk.
That's the point of playing, though, is to get drunk. Who plays beer pong just to win? I'm trying to drink, too. In fact, I'm antagonizing my opponent, saying I'm getting thirsty over here.
Cool. So you're like, you're really running this table. After you defeat like another two people, your current partner goes to like go and hang out in the middle of the party, and you turn and their spot has been replaced by somebody who you kind of recognize. You look down at this person. She is a like kind of, she's a half elf. She has kind of like really cool, very like darker kind of makeup on, but she looks like real hot, and you recognize her as Margot, your coworker from the coffee shop.
I point at her and go, "Hey, we haven't worked a shift in a while together."
Oh yeah, I might have requested to work my shifts alone. I kind of prefer night shifts by myself. Can I get next game as your partner?
I just hand her the ball and go, "Show me what you got, girl."
Great. And she does an incredible job. She throws the ball, and it like hits. It goes inside of a cup, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm okay at this."
I chest bump
you
her.
guys... No, you go to do that, and she goes, "No."
Oh, apologies. High five.
It's okay. I just yeah. And she gives you a high five.
What does that look like? You just go like,
No.
I go for it, and her hand just hits me right in the chest. I'm like, "Oh, apologies."
It lingers for a second, and then she moves it to high five you. That is going to be. I get to do something on this turn. So at the end of the turns, I get to do something if they get here without having made a pass yet. So you guys are all kind of at various points in this party, and Odette walks in, and she sees you guys. But the moment that she kind of walks in, some of her new friends walk up to her, and they're like, "Odette, come upstairs with us right now!" And Odette is whisked away upstairs. That is going to be Andre. Your turn.
I'm not gonna lie, I forget what checks they made already.
Athletics, and I believe he made perception.
Alright, can I just do... I'm just gonna make the assumption that the backyard is crowded and try to investigate... Jesus Christ, I can't remember her name. Just in my
Renata?
life. Renata. Look for Renata. 7.
Oh.
7. That's a failure. Yeah, you look around for Renata, and you're right. It's a sea of people out here, all in different groups. They seem like they're playing other games. There's some flip cup happening back here. There's people who are just like keg stands, and it's just like just a full mess back here of people like really drinking and having a great time. Do you drink?
Andre's not drinking, not because he doesn't drink, but because they're in red Solo cups, and he thinks that's gross.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you do see though on a table as you get out here, there's like beers. This is a little bit more organized. There's like a punch bowl. There's beers, and then also kind of at the end, like on the edge of the table, are a collection of like small-looking bottles that are like kind of this big with like tiny little corks in them, and the bottles are lightly opaque and they have like various different colorful liquids in them.
Okay, I'll take one of those.
Okay. We'll resolve that on your next round. That won't be your thing, but we'll resolve that in a moment. Cool. That's going to be Garth. What are you doing?
Yeah. I want to pass this montage, but I also want to play my character, and I don't know if those two things can happen together. You know? But I
Aren't
think...
I a little rascal?
Yeah, aren't you? Is there a dog at this party?
Hang
The
on.
best question.
No,
Please.
there's no dog at this party.
Is there a cat at this party?
No.
Alright, fine. I'll save my animal handling for another
Not
day.
a good party.
Have you ever been to a house party full of college students? You don't want me to say
Yeah,
yes,
that
there's a
makes
dog
sense.
here.
That's actually fair, but also like there's a part of us like we always want a dog around. Who doesn't want a dog to hang out with?
I
House
think
party.
I am going to... A gift for you. I'm going to roll a stealth check and try to spy on these drug dealers. Sorry,
Oh.
it was out of the box. Fell out of my hand.
Out of the box.
What's in the box?
Out of the box.
Natural 3.
Hey, we don't want to get flagged. Natural
For a
3.
6.
Did I sing it too well?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened.
You're sweet.
Yeah, so you go to make a stealth check on some of these people, and you bump into some of them, and they like you go to stealth around like some of these people, and you whip around and you bump into a different one, and it's somebody here who's kind of wearing like a suit, but the suit is like technicolored, and like there's no shirt underneath it. It's like a technicolor suit. And this guy looks at you and he's like, "Whoa, man, you need to calm down. You should take some of this. Free."
Great, thanks.
And he grabs it and pockets it.
Cool. And this guy keeps his eyes on you if you walk away.
I just stand there. No, I didn't. I'll go hang out. I'll go try to catch up with Lash.
Cool. That's gonna be Derek. Your turn.
Okay. Because me and Margot have been fucking slaying the table.
We're 2 and 2 now, aren't we?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
we are. Ooh.
Yeah, alright.
All right.
What'd you say?
We're at
We're
2
2 and
fails,
2.
2 passes. I am going to try to show off even more, not only to the people around, but kind of show Margot that like I'm a pretty fun guy to hang out with. You know, maybe there's a vibe happening, maybe there's not. We're not really sure where we're feeling each other out, and I'm going to do an acrobatics check to like put her on my shoulders so she could then shoot her shot from my shoulders.
Okay.
Like, it's one of those trick shots where you're like, it doesn't do anything for the game, but you're just showing the other team that we are much better than you.
It totally does something for the game. I need to say, the physics of that would be super cheating. Because you would just be able to, like, drop it in, basically.
Oh yeah, well, I've said
But
But you'll be
before.
working with a completely unfamiliar arc.
True. And you know what? We'll also take 2 steps backwards to make it harder.
Get in the comments. Would it be
Welcome
cheating?
to our beer pong
Shot
podcast.
With somebody on your shoulder. Is that cheating? All right,
on,
roll
hold
your
So yeah,
acrobatics.
Margot's on my shoulders. Oh. Exactly 16. I rolled an 11 and I have a +5 strength.
Nice. Okay, cool. So you get Margot up on your shoulders. At first she's like, no, don't. Oh no. And she's like, laughing, and you're like, oh no. And there's just like just such a fun moment. She's kind of here on your shoulders now, and she's giggling really loudly, and she like throws this beer pong. She throws the ball into the cup, and let's roll to see how she does here. She'll get advantage because of she fails. She's too busy. Like you're kind of whipping her around and like messing with her, and she's like, "No, you have to stay still. Why are we doing this?"
Yeah, I'm definitely doing those little dance. I'm two-stepping while she's on my shoulders.
Yeah.
And then once she takes her shot, though, I do get down on one knee and like gently put her down because I'm not gonna be aggressive about it. Like I do, like
as you put her down, she's a smaller person. As you put her down and you're still kind of on a knee, she's like, "But I just met you."
Hey. And then I just respond, "When there's a vibe, there's a vibe."
When you say that, she sits on your knee and she makes out with you. That is going to be.
Did you plan this, Tess, to have us get to full count 3 and 2 and have Jake be the one to?
Oh no!
No, but this is beautiful. That was my move. Was Margot makes out with Derek.
Oh, no.
That is going to be Andre's turn.
Holy shit! I did not think that was gonna happen so easily.
If you want to put it on me, you could cast a spell and then have me fail the montage.
With advantage.
My original idea was, so Andre, obviously I've established I think it's gross to touch a red solo cup, but he feels kind of out of place, so I'm gonna play flip cup, but instead of actually flipping the cups, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and have my Mage Hand do it for me, so I don't get dirty.
Okay. So
awesome.
Is your turn casting Mage Hand, or is that flavor and you're gonna roll a different check?
I was just gonna cast Mage Hand. That's my turn.
Okay, you're gonna move it over. Okay, cool. Yeah. I guess I don't really know. I'll say cantrips count as that too. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
made a grave mistake.
I'll take one of these.
Do you take one of these small bottles?
Who, me?
With the colorful liquid inside them that I described?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you gonna drink one of those?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. When you drink one of those, you feel like incredible. Your whole body kind of relaxes, and you feel like really kind of tingly and pretty amazing. And you're gonna get 18 temporary hit points.
Oh. You don't say.
There has to be a catch. This feels too good.
Cool. That is going to
smack us around more later.
I don't know what you're talking about. That is going to be Garth's turn.
Bring it home.
Yes.
Garth, you'll have advantage on this, but you have advantage on this because every time you've had advantage because Andre's cast a selfish spell, it's because Andre would have done something that would have made you roll this flat, but because he has taken himself out of the equation, you can have advantage. You get advantage because Andre's not around.
That's the dark side of chronomancy, is that, you just everything up for other people. We're gonna try an intimidation check, but to look cool.
Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing to do this, though? What's the
glowering.
Oh, you're just going to be intimidating and cool in the corner. Got it.
Oh, you're just doing the leaning on the wall kind of thing?
You're brooding. Sure.
Pair of 6s.
Oh!
For a 9.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Just as
I was the one that had to do that.
With a failure for
but
our
see, aren't
first
you glad
montage.
it was me?
Thank you.
With a failure for our first montage, you guys.
Remember this moment.
You guys are here at this party, and kind of time continues to move on. The events are kind of happening around you folks. You're hanging out. What are one other thing you're focusing on for the rest of the party? That's kind of out of the montage, but just for flavor.
I'm probably focusing on getting to know Margot better. now that
Yeah.
it seems like something might have sparked.
Yeah, Margot like takes you out of the house, and like you guys are like hanging out outside, and she's like, you know, talking to people she knows, but you're kind of also here, and you're just like really distracted by her. What about the other folks? What are you doing?
I promised Garth that I'd get the crystals to Odette, and since Renata hasn't shown up yet, I'm gonna go upstairs and find Odette and make sure
I'm
that she
so
gets the
glad you
crystal.
said that, and it made sense and it plays sense because Meta Dan was all over that, but had no reason to go upstairs.
Sure. So you go upstairs. As you go upstairs, you go to there's just like a bunch of doors that are closed here. You try to open a couple of doors. They don't open. You open one door. There are people having sex behind it. You go to
Won't
open a different
open.
door.
Won't open.
You go to a different door, and as you open the door, you see for a second that there is like a group of people kind of sitting and gathered around, and they're like talking but kind of in hushed tones. And the door is immediately slammed shut, and then somebody like squeezes through the door and steps out and is like, "What?
I'm looking for Odette.
Who's asking?"
Her brother?
Odette has a brother?
Hey, why don't you stop asking stupid questions and
Oh, you're
go
so
get her?
cruel.
Oh, okay. I'll go do that for you right now. And that person goes inside and does not come back outside, and you hear the door lock.
I cast message. Odette, I don't like your friends. Come here. I have something for you.
In the middle of conversation. Be there in a moment. And Garth, what are you doing?
All right, now I'm actually hanging out with Lash.
Okay, cool. You go to hang out with Lash. The thing though is like you're here in the moment with Lash, and every time you get a chance to like have a conversation with Lash, somebody else takes her attention, and so she's here sitting next to you, but she's like starting a conversation with you and then having another conversation with somebody else, and then she goes back to trying to talk to you for a second, and then somebody else distracts her, and it's just like not kind of a nice moment. There's no nice moments where the two of you are here in this party together. You kind of it's you all, you know, their failure carries over from the montage to the rest of the party, and no one's really able to do, you know, entirely the full thing that they want to do. As you're here in this moment, though, where you guys are all in various places, back upstairs on the second floor, Odette squeezes through the door and closes it behind her, and is like, "What?"
Crystal.
Okay. What do you want this? Do you want the one back? Because I didn't bring it here with me.
Oh.
No, I'm
then
not done with it yet.
Me. Why would you bring it up then? If you can't even give it to me.
You're the dummy. What? I mean, so this is a new crystal here? Is this what you're trying to give me?
Yes. What do you know about the old one? And here, take this. I'm done holding it.
She takes a crystal from you. As she takes the crystal from you, she's like, I've been a little bit busy. I haven't really taken a moment to sit down with the crystal yet. I know what we know last week, that it is fey and that it's ancient, but I have no more knowledge than that.
What could you possibly do that could be more important than a crystal that was inside of a golem that just tried to fucking kill us?
Older brother, I've been making friends. And she is going to turn around and go back into the room. As she goes back into the room, make me a perception check.
You keep saying that like it's an important thing. 5.
5. Yeah, you don't necessarily see anything as the door closes, and the party kind of continues on. There's no like designated backyard area. There's just kind of yard around this house. So there's a lot of people kind of hanging out outside, kind of toward the end of the party as they get drunker. People want to smoke more, and people want the air. It gets really hot in the house. So a lot of people are hanging out outside of this party, and you guys are all kind of like, you know, milling about and doing various things with other people. And as you're back here in the yard, you hear a crash from one of the windows, and forming itself out from the window is a water elemental that has your crystal inside of it as it crashes out of the room that Odette was just sitting in. And then crashing from a different window is the grass golem, which bursts out, and they're both in the yard now, and they're looming over the party, and they're looking around at everybody here. What do you do?
Kick some grass.
Oh, that ass is grass!
And we're actually going to end the session here before we kick this grass's ass.
But there's ass to be kicked.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck did Odette do?
You guys want the
That-
report?
Dumb.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
we need the
Let's get the
report.
report.
So,
Did Jake
a
improve?
much better night for all of us in general. I think I have to rethink my organization strategy because most roles are going to be higher than 11. No nat 1s for many of us, which is pretty cool. DMJ had the
That's
most 3
pretty
nat 20s.
cool.
And then you only mixed up Derek and Garth twice.
Oh, there was a
And,
Nard check.
3 Nard references.
I love it.
Just now, I debated not reporting the Nard references, waiting till Bert was offline, and then mentioning it because I know as soon as you observe, as anyone in physics knows, as soon as you observe a phenomenon, you change it. And so I know now that maybe I won't count Nards next week. You don't know, but I'll count.
No, I would. It has to be like authentic. You
I
know?
know. Yeah, I don't want you to game the. But anyway, yeah. So here's the really weird part for me is the uniformity of it all.
That's pretty weird.
But that's what makes me think I have to rethink my system because
it's been different.
you're not getting like the depth of like success or failure.
We can get into the nitty gritty of this after we close off. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We have a sign off to do. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'm Tess Henry. You can find me on Instagram at Tess Does Instagram. You can find me on TikTok at TrainWreckTess. This time around, I'm going to promote the Tampa. I'll do the Tampa International Fringe Festival. That's who I'm wearing the shirt for. They're a great fringe festival. I'm sure that if they have, you go to their website, if they have someone they should donate, you should donate to them because they create incredible content there. Dan, do you have anything you want to promote for the audience?
Yes, tickets are available for A Dream of Hamlet, which is a fun shadow puppet sort of adaptation of Hamlet, being produced in part by the Shakespeare group. I'm part of Hamlet Isn't Dead. We'll put a link to the tickets in the description.
Jake, do you got anything you want to promote for the audience?
No.
That is Jake. And Bert, what do you got for us?
Try number 4, baby. We're gonna do it this time in the Nuzlocke. Come Friday nights.
What if by the time this episode comes out, it's try number 5?
I really hope that's not the case. I really, really hope that, because we record these on a week in advance. So if this video drops and try number 4 ended, I'll see you for try number 5. But,
Wait, you're telling me this isn't live? Oh, my illusion is shattered.
oh no, I ruined it.
Tess, do you have anything to plug?
Tess already plugged everything. Tess always goes first.
Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you all next time.
Bye, people.
Oh, Bert,
Bye-bye.
my doorbell's ringing.
Don't.
Oh, right.